Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. The Saints Block Party podcast coming at you, presented and brought to you by Precious Works LLC. For any of your business website needs, reach out to our guy, Bajan. He will hook you up. And we are live right now on YouTube as well. It's been a while since we've had a live stream. So shout out to... I think there's a couple of people who were in the chat, and then we got delayed, and the stream got pushed back, and then I had to finish watching one of the most crazy NBA sporting events we've seen in a very long time, with the Spurs blowing a 29-point lead, up 20 points in the fourth quarter. But we are here to talk about the New Orleans Saints. And if you're watching this on YouTube, whether you're live stream or watching the video version of it, post-production episode of it, hit that like and subscribe. We are up to 2,900 subscribers, I believe. And I think we keep it going. I think we just recently hit 600,000 just views on YouTube in general. So appreciate y'all tremendously.
Thank you.
Woof. OTAs. Today was the last OTA for most teams, but also for the Saints, which means that next week will be the beginning of the mandatory minicamp, and then they'll have that, and I believe after that they break, and it's a long. If you thought this break was bad after mandatory minicamp, that break between now and training camp, tumbleweeds,
bro,
exponentially. But we haven't really had an OTA podcast, right? We had Greg come on, we've had some guests come on, and that's not exactly the setting to talk about Saints OTAs and things like that. So we wanted to have this episode to kind of just talk about OTAs all together, like cumulatively what has happened with the OTAs. And I believe the media has had access to 3 practices. There's been more OTAs than just those practices, but the media has been able to have access to 3 practices. I just want to start with this news that came out, and I don't know if it was news, but it just kind of got my ears perked up. I was listening to Kellen's presser prior to the practice, and essentially, like and I was like, did he just did I miss? I just said this part. I was like, did I mishear that? But he said that essentially Chris Olave has not participated in any of the team drills and what have you because of the blood clot thing that popped up at the last game of the season. And just to kind of just put all this like a bow on it, it doesn't sound like there's any new type of blood clot issues, and it really just seems like the team is being highly cautious with Chris Olave. Blood clots, if you don't know, it's very dangerous thing where it could end your life. Like, fuck football. Like, it could end your life quickly if it's not addressed and handled correctly. But it just caught my ear a little bit. And the fact that even a couple of weeks ago, Mickey Loomis was talking about it, Chris Olave was talking about how close they were in regards to the contract thing. Chris Olave wasn't out there for OTAs today. He really hasn't been at OTAs really since that Drake London contract.
Seen him, bro.
Have you seen him? Tell me, have you seen him? But that was just something that was just like, okay.
Yeah, man. Just a reminder, like, shit is fragile right now. But also, like, just looking into it, because, I'm no medical expert at all, but just looking into it, it is one of those things, like a blood clot. The blood clot he had, is one of those things like you really, 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 really got to take that seriously and err on the side of caution. You're on blood thinners for like 3 to 6 months. You can't, you got to be careful about the type of activities you be involved in because you could bleed out. All kind of stuff can go on. You know what I'm saying? So they're taking precautions, which is good. And honestly, I was really, when I look back at it, I'm surprised he's been out there
right
the past couple of weeks. No, he wasn't doing team stuff, but he's been out. I mean, I've seen clips. He's been out there, getting work in. You know what I'm saying? So, good on him for getting the work in. And right now you got to be careful, bro. You trying to get a contract done. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, like y'all, I'm just gonna lay it low. And it sounds like they just really this whole OTAs is. I haven't seen the word precaution used as much as anything. Like, it's precaution. Everything's precaution. Like, everything is this whole OTAs. Like just taking it light. So it's all good. But it was just surprising because we've been seeing him at OTAs the past couple of weeks. So it's just like, whoa, like was this something new? Like what's going on? But then after looking into it, it's like, okay, it's all good.
All that said, with mandatory minicamp, I guess it's called veteran minicamp or what have you, next week, AK always usually goes to those. We're not going to make this about AK at all, but just one's like, I expect AK to be there for the mandatory one, but it's going to be very interesting to me to see if Chris Olave shows up at the veteran one, just with the contract extension pending and everything. Or
does he make it an official holdout?
That's what I'm saying. Like, everything was copacetic, and then that, like, again, that Christian Watson contract news has no bearing on Chris Olave and his extension in the least. But that Drake London one came down the pike, and since then he's not been at OTAs, which I don't blame him for one bit. By the way, so it'll just be interesting to see if he will be at mandatory minicamp next week. I wanted to talk about precaution. Man, this as a fan who is almost 40, who's been through this, I'm not worried about anything that's happening in OTAs. I'm not worried about guys missing time. None of it. But I will say that it's a little funny to me that, like, last year after the draft class, they drafted so many players and what have you, and we really wanted them to go juice heavy last year, and they didn't. Everyone was like practicing in like OTAs, training camp, like all the players, right? We get the draft we've been asking for like decades. Jordan Tyson's on limited bases, even Kristen Miller, second round player, he got a thing. Oscar Delp got a hammy. I'm like, oh, of course it's this class.
Get no clips.
None, bro.
Bryce White's been out there though. Bryce White's been out there every day.
Yes. But just I think it's a delicate balance because you have, like, I think you have, like, and I've seen in our Discord, but like fans are just like pissed, like, oh, like, where are these Jordan Tyson, like, bro, it's
send the video. We trying to see something, man.
It's June, bro. Like, and that's that balance where this stuff matters and all that, but I'm not worried. Like, I'm not worried majorly until if these things start seeping into training camp, then that's a completely different story. And where it's, where I'm getting like my antennas and my radar is kind of going up of like, ooh. But I do hear like the noise of just wanting that excite. Like, it's like you got a good Christmas present, an anniversary present, birthday present, and then you got to wait to use it or something. Or like, even a better example is like, a Christmas present, but the Christmas present is a trip somewhere or like a concert. Right. Like, it's like,
what I used to hate, you get like a nice little Christmas present, but it needs batteries. Like, it needs some kind of special batteries, but you don't have any. It's like, oh man, like I gotta try to get some batteries. I want to play with it now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
So it's a time preference thing. Like, you're in August when Tyson and everybody's out there, you're not even gonna think about June June OTAs. You're just gonna like, you know what I'm saying? And but it's hard when especially other teams posting clips. But look, a lot of other teams, Kyle Lemon, he
Mm-hmm.
popped up with something.
It was a hammy.
Yeah, a lot of rookies out there, you know, banged up. It's like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, we'll be all right. We'll be all right in
I
June.
want to give Kellen credit because I do think this team realizes and does a really good job last season, especially this season. And again, you know, they're kind of all getting used to everything of realizing how strenuous the pre-draft process is for these players. Well, these players, you know, let's talk about Christian Miller. He played at Georgia. Like it has been known, you know, with Alabama players as prospects, they came into the league beat up. Is, you know, I think you kind of see a little bit of it with Georgia players too, because they are very beat up coming into the league. But Kellen and the staff has really identified this pre-draft process is so strenuous, it's so long, it's so time consuming. And these players during this process, like they're not even doing football work. They're doing athletic testing work, which is completely different from football work. So kind of like let them get acclimated to this is, you know, getting their bodies back acclimated to actually doing football drills and football conditioning, things like that. I appreciate that. So like there's a method to the madness and I understand it, but then also I understand as fans, you're like, I want to see it. Let me see it. Like, send it to me. I want it in my face. Like,
put it right here. Just put it right there.
And we just haven't
you're right
seen
though,
it yet.
man. Yeah, and I love the approach, honestly. Like, and I like the fact that they're taking that approach, like with each player, and looking at their situation. Like, okay, Jordan Tyson, his issue, you know, he literally dealt with hamstring issues. Had to do like 11th hour, can't even call it a pro day, just like a quick performance for teams right before the combine. You know, I mean, right before the draft, just to show that he was, you know, close to healthy or whatever. So, like, just it just makes sense to like, it's okay to just be on the more cautious side with something like that. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Or with Oscar Delp or with, you know, Christian Miller or whatever. Got to look at each situation individually and see where we're at. You know, Bryce Lance, he good to go. Like, hey, get out there, 4th round pick, get your ass on out there, boy. Like, you know, but we gonna need Tyson this year, bro. We gonna need Oscar Delp this year. We gonna need Christian Miller, man. So it's best to get them ready for, you know, the end of July, come training camp. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about probably the biggest story that's come out of the OTAs that we seemingly have the answer for unless something drastically changes is one of the big questions that we've been talking about is like, who's going to be that slot position? Who's going to take over that star position since Alontae Taylor now plays for the Tennessee Titans? And seemingly, according to all reports, like we have that answer, and it being Jonas Sanker seems to be like the first person in line for that star position. How do you feel about that?
I'm intrigued by it, man. I'm just intrigued because I mean, I know he did it a lot, you know, like a little bit in college, but it's just gonna be fascinating, bro. Like it's, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. And maybe he's good at it. And like, how I really feel at the end of the day, I think they're gonna attack it very matchup wise, like depending on what team they're facing, you know. But I think right now they're starting off with him because they want to get him really acclimated to it and getting a feel for it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fascinating, bro. I'm very like I have no prediction about it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how it works out because I was like, wow, they really gonna go that way, right?
I felt this like Sanker popped on the field last year as a rookie. He made some plays. He, you know, just his athleticism kind of leaps off the screen. And so 100% get the, you know, blitzing him off of the edge like they did with Alontae a lot. Like I can see that Sanker filling that role. You know, in the run game, we'll see how he is. The thing that I just think about, and like you said, I think it being matchup dependent is a huge thing, is, you know, let's say a team hypothetically comes out, they go 4 wide, you know, they go 5 wide, and Sanker's in matchup on like a slot receiver.
And move Justin Jefferson in the slot or something.
Like it's those are my things where I'm just like, oh, like we gonna see. we gonna see. It's just I understand his prototype, his athletic profile. I get all that. I understand it from that perspective, but it's gonna be very fascinating to see how it comes out. And I'll say this too about myself. Eat some crow. When they re-signed Justin Blackman, I kind of saw that more of a move of him just being more depth. But really
The
seems
same.
like it's gonna be potentially like him and Justin Reed manning the
Mhm.
safety position, Sanker and Sanker in the slot or star position, what have you, and then you have your boundary corners with Kool-Aid McKinstry. It's what I do think is going to be a very interesting battle is the Martin Emerson Quincy Riley
Yeah.
thing, and because like how that shakes out because I know Martin Emerson we're talking about like he's really only played boundary quarter most of his career, so
Mhm.
just seeing how that's going to play out is going to be very very interesting as well.
And Emerson, man, like he got a little game to him, bro. Like, don't sleep on him.
Hmm.
He's gonna push. He's gonna push for that spot. With Riley. You saw Isaac Adam was out there today with the ones. Not that he's like winning the ones, but he was out there at in place of Riley. Let's not do that. Like like God, I don't need, like, we know how that story is. You know what I'm saying?
What like why, bro?
Like we just know, we know how that
There's no
story is. We know how
need.
that movie goes off. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
no need. No need. Anything. So that I have a couple, but I kind of wanted to kind of pass it over to you. Like anything in OTAs of all the reports he's come out the last couple of weeks that have kind of gotten your attention.
Well, this is not from today, but last week, um, Cade Nellis, he talked about how he's playing the wheel. He's playing the wheel spot, weak side
Mm,
linebacker spot. I just thought that was intriguing because, what we've been talking about, like, how are they going to handle this linebacker thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to be the Mike? We know Danny Stutzman, he's more like built to be the Mike, you
but
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, for like that Mike position, whereas Pete Werner, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're playing Cade Nellis at the wheel spot, and look, it's like, it's Will in this defense. It's not like,
right.
and it makes sense. Like Caden Ellis, like he's a really good pass rusher. So him playing the
Yep.
weak side makes plenty of sense. He's still gonna be like the communicator for the defense. And we've seen like in the past where I can't remember what year it was with DeMario, he was primarily at will, and they had Werner playing the mic, and that's when DeMario was. I think he had buku sacks that year. Like
Tax. Yeah.
he was making buku sacks. So it makes sense, and they've done, like, this, not Brandon Staley's defense, but this defense has done that before. So it's just interesting, and does that open up a spot, like a chance for Stutzman, like, to get on the field as a Mike linebacker with Cade Dallas. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah. We'll talk about training camp battles, and we kind of already mentioned like Riley and Emerson, but I think another a battle that we're going to for sure see in training camp is Stutzman and Pete Warner, who's going to be manning
Mhm.
that Mike position, because just the way that the league is, like I'm not saying it's impossible, but just three linebackers being on the field, like it's just not a thing anymore. Like teams aren't just out there in 4-3. It's just not a thing. But I will say, just kind of piggybacking off of this point, us talking defense and things like this, if you want a great breakdown of Brandon Staley's defense and everything, please check out Cody Alexander's match quarters. He talked about what
Mhm.
Brandon Staley did and how the defense, especially the last half of the season, was so successful. He wrote it up in his Substack and really talked about how Brandon Staley kind of combated 12 and 13 personnel and run games by not having like essentially not being in nickel.
Yeah.
Like being in base and how that really
Mhm.
helped the Saints really were able to shut down other opposing teams' run game, who maybe like to go 12 or 13 personnel heavy. So that we're going to get Cody on later in the offseason when it's completely crickets and to break
Mhm.
down Staley's defense and detail and have clips and things like that. But when you get a chance, go ahead and check that out. We do we. I feel like we had to talk about the Jalen Polk hype, bro. We gotta talk about it. Gotta talk about it, Wolf.
Got to, bro. I've seen him. Like, I've seen multiple clips of him doing football activities. So We are free to talk about it now. We are free to talk about it.
So, it was reported, I believe, by Underhill, you know, he kind of highlighted Jalen Polk as a player that, you know, just what he's done in OTAs, if it like continues, he carries over to training camp and what have you, like maybe he's pushing like Devon Bailey to like wide receiver 4. And we've talked about him here and there. We talked about him with Matt Harmon, how he was misused in New England and what have you, and him getting a fresh start. And he was a second round pick. He was a second round pick. The fact that potentially, I am using the word potentially heavily, but the fact that he could maybe add something potentially to the offense that I don't, when they traded for him, like, it's like, okay, if he works out, that's great. But if not, like, whatever, it was like a 6th, 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Could be huge dividends for the team this season if like the Jalen Polk hype is real. Yo, what up,
bro?
Wolf? Like, what are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In the 21st century? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Yeah, bro. Like, if it's real, and look, he's been there all offseason. Look like he's made an effort to like connect with Shuck. He has a good chance, bro. And the thing is, with Tyson being out, with Chris Olave being out, a lot of the young guys are getting like some good reps right now. They get some good opportunities right now. And that's huge for him, bro. Like, that is huge for him to really start developing that chemistry with Tyler Shuck to really get a feel for the offense. He has a good chance, bro. But look, it's such a deep. I can't believe we're here. Like, we are to the point where we have a deep wide receiver core, bro. Like, after Chris Olave and Tyson, I just don't know. Like, I feel really good about Valet. Like, Valet's there. He's been doing good work.
Yep.
I feel really good about him being like third option there or whatever. But after that, man,
and it was it was so refreshing to hear Kellen talk about his underutilization of early, because like you go back to our preview pods, our recap pods, it was just baffling when the snaps count. It was like, why did you even trade for him? Like
what is going on?
Like, Brandon Cooks is out snapping. He's getting like 14. Like, it didn't make. And then it was even more frustrating because like they would get in the red zone and they wouldn't use. Bro, it was on our radar. So like, it wasn't just us. Like, again, we just Saints fans who just happen to watch football like most of our lives. It was just so obvious. Like, why are they not using him? Like, why did it have to take trading Brandon Cooks of all players but to hear that humility and that growth.
Said he had to reflect on it. He said he had to reflect on it.
I love it, Wolf. I love hearing it.
Thank you,
I love hearing it. Like, I know we weren't crazy when we were yelling and screaming about it during last season. Like we gave a fourth for him and he getting 12 snaps a game?
Like, what is going on? And then when he finally got in there, he balling, bro.
Bro, that shit had me It was like not the same, but like, you know, you remember when like Rashid Shaheed his first year, like he'd get like a snap a game and house him for 70 yards.
You just won't see him again the rest of the game. It's like what are we doing? We're struggling to score and not using the best score. Like, what are we doing?
But here, the thing about the receiver room is the depth. They have depth, like you said. After Valet, it's you looking at Kevin Austin Jr., Polk. I would put in there. Bud Means. Is Dante Pettis even on the team? I don't even know.
So,
no, it's a
Bryce Lance. You got
Bryce Lance.
I mean, Trey Palmer. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. It's like, Jesus, they're going to have to figure this out. And it's going to work itself out. Like, once the real bullets start firing or whatever, you're going to see who can really fit in. You know, we've seen plenty of times. We've had the OTA hype and the mini camp hype, guys catching everything.
So many.
Even in training camp, you're catching everything. But then you get to, like, preseason games, it's like, damn, I ain't doing nothing. Like,
Emmanuel Butler. I will, like, so I didn't even put this in the Discord because work has been so insane lately. But yesterday, bought tickets to the Saints Rams preseason game. It was a great deal, like in the 100 section that I jumped on.
Yeah.
So I will be there, and that's the second preseason game. Be interested to see how that, because they're supposed to have a joint practice with the Rams as well. So we'll see how that. And the Rams never played their starters in preseason at all. But it'll just be good to just be there and see how the offense and defense looks in person.
And the good thing is the Saints are such a young team. Like, even if it's not the starters, there's a lot of like players you want to watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, players you're going to want to see. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like Rattler out there, it's like Rattler could go out there and showcase something. You know, maybe a team get a little fidgety. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think old boy's still holding out for the Cardinals.
No,
Jacoby Brissett. He's not holding out no more.
No, he's not holding out no more. But imagine being a starting quarterback and being paid $5 million like that. Like, I understood his, like, we'll see. We'll see.
I completely understand it. Like,
this has nothing to do with the Saints, but you know, caught up on a little bit on NFL Daily because I haven't really been listening to any football podcasts at all, with just everything going on work wise, and the fact that maybe the Vikings might trade JJ McCarthy, like in year 3, bro, like year 3.
And really, after 1 year of actual football, seeing him play football,
and he didn't even play that many games last year. Like, some of it was injury, but I don't even know how many games he actually played last year. Was it like 6? I don't know how many.
I don't know.
It's just
crazy, bro.
It just goes to show finding a quarterback is literally the hardest thing to do. I will maintain, like, finding a franchise, capital F. I'm not talking like you got to look and squint. I'm talking like a true stud franchise quarterback is the hardest thing to identify and find in football. And the fact that after last season, we're having this conversation with Tyler Shuck of like, and I gave him the capital F early last season. Like, I don't know what game it was. Maybe it was the Bucks game. Maybe it was the Panthers game. I don't know which game it was. But I haven't seen anything to dissuade me from it. Now, I need to see more of it, and we're going to see that. We need to see it against better teams, better defenses. We're going to see how that looks this season. But and we've talked about this so much, but if the Saints can end this year and they know that he is a capital F franchise quarterback, that is the biggest positive outcome that can come from this season. There was a poll, I forgot, maybe it was a Bajan poll about like what would be the thing that like you'd want to see the most in the season. And it was like, you know, Shuck being like a top 12 quarterback, and I forgot what, like, it wasn't even close to me. Like, if he came out to be a top 12
after year 2, come on, man.
Nigga,
come on, man. Like, that is the goal. That is the goal. Like, if you could come away feeling like that, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters, man. But like you said, it's hard to find a quarterback, bro. Like, it just made like the whole McCarthy thing just made me think about like, bro, like you really gotta like, especially if you taking a guy. Where did he go? 9th overall, 12th
9th or
overall, something
10th.
like that.
Yeah.
Top 10, bro. Like you gotta like really like that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I don't know what was going on in that building, but it just never seemed like everybody
10th.
was on board with that pick. You know what I'm
And
saying?
the
10th
crazy
overall.
and the crazy thing, like, I'm not I'm for sure not trying to do this because I've gotten plenty wrong, but like I just remember watching his tape at Michigan, and I was just squinting so hard, like
Everybody was.
what?
Everybody was.
Yeah, that's the like I was like, what? Huh? Him? Oh,
Him?
okay.
Like say Anthony Richardson is like, okay, yeah, he raw, but like the dude is like just a Olympic level athlete. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I could understand at least, even though that's
Right.
dangerous also, I can
Yes, it
understand
is.
at least falling in love with that. But like, damn, it was like, man, but really?
That was the 2024 draft. Did Anthony Richardson go that same year? Am I tripping?
Oh, no. I think it was the year before that.
Okay.
Year before.
Yeah, you're right, because that's the Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels.
Mhm.
Bruh, imagine you like the Vikings and like Caleb Williams in the draft, Jaden Daniels, Drake May,
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, and then also like Michael Penix and JJ McCarthy.
Oh, do-rag.
Anyway, perfect opportunity. Let's take our first and only break, and we will come back and just finish up our thoughts on Saints OTAs before we wrap up and before they hit mandatory minicamp next week. We'll be right back after this.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In the 21st century? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
We are back recapping Saints OTAs. I'm passing it back to you, Wolf, of what else potentially has caught in your eye during these Saints OTAs.
I'll say Travis Etienne, just the way he's moving, bro. I like the way he's moving. Been there every day. You know, he looks explosive. He looked like like a 3-down running back. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like just like he looked like that dude. I think, especially with AK not being there, the work he's getting also is
Yeah.
just tremendous. Is going to be huge for him because he's going to be able to slide right in. Kellen talked about how he's been able to do everything, pass protection. Figuring out, learning the offense and all that stuff. That's going to be crucial, bro. Crucial. And
Yeah.
him with Dave, with the addition of David Edwards, who, like, side note, like, you go listen to him talk. Like, go listen to he was like they did a few interviews with him like today and last week. Like, just a super charismatic, like, good interview to listen to. So fit him in there. They talked about the offensive line. Basically, it's been Kelvin Banks, David Edwards, Eric McCoy, 51. Fuaga. Oh, 51 out there.
Did he want to
Fuaga.
say that man's name?
Now, Redunds has been getting the number 2 snaps behind Redunds. Behind Ruiz.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Also looking at it like, man, the tackle depth, just got to pray this year, bro. Just got to pray. Like, pray for Fuaga, Banks. Like, and look, they both missed time, but really Fuaga missed time last year.
Right.
It was like, it was throwing anybody out there. Asim Rashard, William Sherman, it put anybody out there. So hopefully we won't have to do that again, but the depth is not like the best thing. Like, you just got to hope those tackles hold up for real.
I saw that his name is escaping me. It was a Chiefs tackle who's like been a swing tackle who like started like 16 games from them. Like requested like a trade. Wanye Morris. That should be easy for me to remember since everyone fucking says I look like fucking Wanye my entire life. But like I guess he started like 16 games for the Chiefs last season. And he so it says Chiefs and tackle Wanye Morris exploring trade options because now with like Josh Simmons and things, and I believe they had Jalen Moore, like they don't really need him. So I just a little footnote, like just in terms of improving like the tackle depth, and I don't even know he's trying to like become like a starter per se. Like I just think because even if he stays with the Chiefs, he's a swing tackle.
Right.
So I don't know if he's wanting to go to a situation where he's actually starting, but just put that little footnote in terms of maybe someone that the Saints, and I haven't heard anything. I'm just connecting dots of needs and availability.
No, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense, but no, it's been a quiet OTAs, honestly, just really quiet. Nothing, just a lot of AK talk, a lot of who's not there talk. But as far as like, man, who's really standing out, who's blowing it away, it just haven't been enough ton of information, man. Like even finding like the little OTA observation articles, like it's hard to find it. Everything behind a paywall. It's like, God damn, what's happening to the game I love?
Wolf. And it just so different, and I part of me gets it, but then, man, if you follow, what is it, 32 NFL teams or whatever the Twitter handle is,
32 beat writers or whatever.
Yeah, bruh. Some teams, bruh, like they beat writers got like whole long ass tweets about like. I'm just like, what? We can't get that.
Breaking it down. They be breaking it down like, so-and-so threw 9 interceptions. And
now, shout out to our dude, Rouse Jackson, who always has like the quarterback completions and breakdown.
Yep.
I did want to mention it. I believe I read that Kendre Miller, just kind of like ramping up a little bit, like participate a little bit in practice today.
He was in walkthroughs.
Does Kendre make the team? That's like the legit. Like,
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Like, his talent would always keep you a little thirsty. I saw a clip of is it Ty Chandler? His name, right?
Yeah, Ty Chandler.
Completely forgot he was on the team. I was like, oh, I forgot they signed him. But like his talent is going to keep him, like keep the coaches intrigued. Like you want to try to get something out of him. But look, they got Esteman there. Big back Neil, he was out there looking good. You got A-Chain, Ty Chandler. You got a lot of guys, bro. But I think talent-wise, Kendre is better than all of them. But it's just all theory, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be like, yeah, he better, but like, how long? Like, have we seen that? Like, have we seen that sustained over 2 games at most? You know?
And then you pair it with, well, we know he has the talent. Now imagine him behind like a reworked offensive line. We got David. Like you see how like it could just like kind of snowball. It's just like, just give him one more chance and who knows? Like I don't know when he's gonna be healthy by, but like the fact he's in walkthroughs was good to see. This is the only thing I want to say or ask you on it. With what you heard at OTA, well, not OTAs, the pre-OTA presser that Kellen did, what he said about AK. Do you have any? Did that change your opinion in terms of if AK is going to be on the team or not?
I do. I almost feel like he will be on the team. Just, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's like, can we get an answer already? But it seems like he will be like there. Like we'll see next week with mandatory minicamp. That'll tell us everything.
I think for sure he'll be there for mandatory minicamp.
And I think if he's there for mandatory minicamp, he's gonna be on the team then. Like I don't know. Like it's just crazy to me that we still have this conversation. In the middle of June.
June 10th.
And like they asked Kellen today, like, do you foresee him being there for mandatory minicamp? He was like, yeah. They're like, do you envision him with the team? He's like, yeah, he's on the roster. Like anytime I hear a coach say he's on the roster, I'm
like no shit. He's on the 53. Yes, thank you, Kellen Moore. Like,
thank you.
I could go to NewOrleansSaints.com and go to roster, and he's there. Thank you.
So I don't know, bro. I don't know how I feel about it. I just want like it to be
resolution.
Whatever answer it is, I just want a resolution. 100%, bro. I just want to know whatever it is to be what it is. And it also sounds like, they talked about, they got an offer out there for Cam Jordan. He's still tweeting
through it.
Just tweeting through it, bro. Like, it makes sense for them that, him not to do anything right now, to just kind of wait it out.
Right.
And see who gets thirsty. You know what I'm saying? But my gut tells me he's going to be back with the team too. Just my gut. Like, he going to be back.
It is a little crazy that, not crazy, maybe that's not the right word, but like Calais Campbell has a team.
Crazy.
right now.
Crazy, bro.
Hey, Cam doesn't.
Ain't that crazy? I know Cam thinking the same thing, bro. Like, damn. Calais has been in the league since like, what, 03? Like 04, something like that? Like,
it's before I was downstairs watching NFL Network. NFL Network was airing 09 Packers versus Cardinals wild card game.
Oh, that was a classic game, yeah.
Classic game. I was watching it and I was like, and the sickle of me, like I was like, goddamn, like I still like remember most of these players, like Jamarco Finley, Greg Jennings, Donald Driver, Packers, Carlos Dansby. I think
Carlos Dansby,
Adrian Wilson.
And that LSU wide receiver with Cardinals. What was his name?
Oh, what was his name?
He went off in that game too.
No, not Dorsett. No. Early? Was it early Dorsett?
Was it early Dorsett?
Oh my God, bro. I need help. Someone admit me into a mental institution because I'm sick. Anyhow, anything else I just want to, before we kind of wrap this up, it just kind of reading as much as we can read and kind of like, it does seem like Shuck, like his arm talent's always been very evident, but it just does seem like, I don't want to say he's taking a step or a leap because it's fucking OTAs. So I'm not trying to, but like, just like you seeing it now, which is huge because it really just builds upon where he left off last season. Because think about where we were last OTAs, last training camp, and it was just looking like, is he going to be is he going to be the backup? Like I say, and that was something like I was legitimately told, like, it was looking that dire that, like, Jake Haener, like, was out. But just to see where he is now in year 2, the command
In control, bro.
and
In control.
control, I think it's important. It's important for him to be kind of already kind of taking that mantle over and just running forward and moving forward with it.
No, I love it, bro. I love it, man. I could see the difference in just the way he commands everything. Just him being out there, just watching him. You could watch, like, you go look at clips last year, you could just see where he's just like just the student trying to figure it all out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever been in college or whatever, you see the freshman. You could look at the freshman. You just know it's a freshman. It's like a freshman just looks like a
Yep.
freshman.
Yep.
You're looking around trying to find a class. Where do I go? What do I do? And everything looks big to him. That's how he looked last year. Now he's just like boom, like he looks like a senior. Like he's been there,
Yep.
knows what he's doing. Knows what he wants to do in the offense. Knows everything goes. So it's cool to see, bro. Rattler. From what I hear, he's looked good out there because Rattler gonna come in focused, bro. Like he's fighting for his. He knows what's done is done for the Saints, like on this team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But he's you got to think long term for him. Like, man, look, I got to do what I got to do, long term. So some other team, 31 other teams might be watching, and I think he has like 1 or 2 more years left on his contract. So, and he's gonna be the backup. So,
Right. Yeah. He has
also something
2 years left. 2 years left.
something I noticed just watching like Boot Crew Media or whatever, they put out like a lot of like long videos of like the OTAs and stuff, and just watching, they've been getting a lot of work in with the tight ends, bro. And I'm talking about everybody. Like I know
Yeah.
Delp not out there, but like Noah Fant, like he been doing a lot of work. A lot of the second year tight ends, Moscato and what's the guy? Was it Welch?
Yeah.
Was it Welch?
Trading.
Trayden Welch.
Uh-huh.
The guy that came from the Ravens last
Ravens,
year.
Mitchell, Zayden Mitchell.
Aiden Mitchell, Juwan, of course. They've been getting a lot of work, bro. I just noticed, like, it looks like they're making like a concerted effort to get them involved in the pass game, in the offense, and all that whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It's just you can see the focus in the OTAs. It's just interesting, which we like knew that was going to be the case,
Yep.
but it's just interesting to see it happen. Also, another thing they talked about, Luke Johnson in NOLA.com, he talked about how they went into 11 on 11s today, and they didn't do that at all last year.
At all.
They didn't
It was
do
on
that
our
at all.
radar. It was on our radar that they didn't.
It was on radar. It was like, damn, like you taking it really late, huh, Kellen? So
light.
it's just interesting that he looked at what he did last year and be like, okay, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing that. I love just seeing like growth and willing to say, okay, we tried this before. Let's analyze it, look at it, and let's learn from that and make whatever changes we need, whatever tweaks we need to what we did before, and not just sticking with it just because this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool to see.
Yeah, it definitely was, and I mean, I feel like as a Saints fan, like there's a lot of optimism for this for this season.
I let out the sigh.
Every time, Wolf. Just get it going.
What's up with this team?
And here's the thing right now, like you said in our Discord, in regards to like the offseason when there's nothing going on, like everything that typically goes on is players are getting in trouble. And we've already seen 2 players already, Jonathan Cooper and Jackson of the Rams, getting arrested for like domestic violence and what have you. So like between now, between like now and like really after mandatory minicamp, between now and like training camp, like if you're a football fan, like you just hoping nothing comes on Twitter between that time period, but you just praying.
And on top of that, Ramon put out a tweet yesterday that old number 42, Darren Sharper, on his way to getting out, bro. There's a serial rapist, bro. About to get out. I'm like, what the hell? This country crazy, bro. Like,
listen, don't want to get demonetized, but like, I mean, look who running the country. I'm just saying, nigga. Like, is it really that surprising? Like,
it's not. It's not at all. But it's just like, damn, bro.
Anyway,
we get out already.
Disgusting. Like, absolutely disgusting. Yeah, let's get out of here. We will have more content coming for sure next week with Mandatory Minicamp. And then the goal, we'll see, but the goal, not this weekend, because I'm going to take a little getaway, got an Airbnb, going to be by the ocean all weekend. Woo! Need it, bro. But the following weekend, hopefully we can actually do our first in the series of the Rookie in the Week, Jordan Tyson.
No, right? Won't be that weekend either. Pre-birthday week right now.
We'll figure it out when, but maybe hopefully before the end of the month, we'll get the Rookie of the Week, Jordan Tyson. But happy early birthday to Bree. We appreciate all y'all for watching and listening. I didn't shout out our Patreon, but if you want to be a part of this upcoming season that the Saints are going to have, which I think is going to be a very fun and exciting season, however it may go, patreon.com/Saints Block Party. Become a Patreon or a YouTube member and just join in our amazing community that we have. And we'll be back next week talking Saints mandatory minicamp. We might have We might have some resolution regarding the AK situation. We'll see. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.